Hello everyone and welcome back to Rugged Vape Reviews. Today we have a review on the Ijoy Maxo Zenith. Alright everyone, thank you for joining us again. Today we're going to be doing a review on this Ijoy Maxo Zenith. It is a triple 18650 device. There is no screen on the front of it. There's not really a wattage adjustment to it. It's actually has this lightning knob here on the front, which is actually a voltage control rather than adjusting wattage. There is no temperature control function to it or whatsoever, so it makes it a little bit more of an affordable device for people looking for something that isn't in the temperature control. If you're not into the temperature control and you're not into, not worried about, the screen on the front and everything, it is maybe a device for someone like that. The device itself allows for there to be 50 amps drawn off the batteries, so you do have to have really good batteries with this thing, because it will allow them to pull a lot of amperage off those batteries. The device itself, you can build it down to about a 0.12, 0.13 in that range right there. And at its highest voltage adjustment, which is 6.2 volts, that's going to allow you about 300 watts. And it's definitely something that is a higher wattage device. I have seen people that are building a little bit higher on them and keeping their voltages to a lower degree as well, and getting really good battery life out of these, only vaping like 80-90 watts also. So it's tit for tat, whatever you would prefer yourself. But let's go ahead and dive down into the close-ups and we'll show you everything about this. Alright everyone, so this is the up close and personal with the Ijoy Maxo Zenith. This is the original packaging that it comes in. Got your little disclaimer on the side and everything. Let's turn it to the back side here. Some of the product features it states on here is stylish appearance, unique big size firing button, strong output, lightning knob, 2.7 to 6.2 volt, infinite adjustable, whatever they mean by that, easy to use, triple 18650 cell, working voltage is 9.3 volts to 12.6 volts, so what that states right there is, 3 batteries fully charged is going to be 12.6, and it's going to cut you off and tell you your batteries are dead when all of them reach a 9.3 together. Output wattage 2.7 to 6.2. Maximum output current is 50 amps, but the product includes 1 Maxo Zenith, 1 manual, 1 warranty card, and this one is silver. So let's go ahead and take this out of the box here. And there is our Ijoy Maxo Zenith. Let's remove that from the box. Put it down into the box here. Pull up our little trap door, as I like to call them. And inside the box you're going to get your Ijoy warranty card and your Ijoy instruction manual. Let's put this stuff aside because that's not what we're looking for at all right there. This is what we're here to see. This is the Zenith right here. Now this is a triple 18650 device like we went over earlier. Right here you do have very similar to like a rouleau style sled, where you got the spring-loaded contacts in the top and in the bottom here, and just regular flat contacts for your positive connections also. You do have your top fire button right here on the top. You do have your front screen and your front of your device with no screen. Excuse my mix up there. You do have some battery venting along each side of the device, like so. These actually have LED lights in them that light up as well. The bottom of your device here, you just have the normal, battery configuration. You have your battery configuration, your Maxo logo, and your designed by Ijoy. I do like how the Ijoy is cut out on this device right here. I like how that works. That's really cool. How that looks. Not works, but looks. So we're going to go ahead and pop the door open here. I'm going to show you how these batteries go in this device. I got a couple 18650s I'm going to put in here. No, they're not different brands or different styles. It's just I like to rewrap my batteries and keep them color coded for the most part. So the back two are going to be negative up, positive down, and the front one is going to be negative down, positive up. And then our door is going to slide on, and how that battery wrap kind of shows up through that Ijoy cutout right there, and I like it. That's pretty cool. So as you can see, when I fire this up right here, I'm pushing this button, that light turns on green. And we do have the panels that light up green as well. Just like so. The 510 on this device right here, I'm normally not a big fan of doing this, but I kind of want to find out for myself because I haven't checked it before. Yes, okay, so there is a spring-loaded 510 right there. So that's always a nice thing to have, honestly. It's going to help your atomizers be able to fit down flush, so you're not, hanging too far off the atomizer or have gaps from the atomizer to the device. And if you're a little bit OCD like me, that's something that can be a pain in the butt. So it's always nice to have that little spring-loaded 510 in there like there is. There is a couple screws here, and I'm going to guess, I haven't taken this apart, but I'm going to guess that that's an easy way to get this 510 out. So maybe these 510s are replaceable if they do go bad. Rather than ripping the whole device apart, maybe you can just replace the 510, which would be a really cool feature if that's something they did do. Trying to get as close in on this lightning knob, as they refer to it as, so you can get a good look. You have certain voltages set up on there, and you have your 2.7 here, 6.2 all the way down here, 4.5, 3.6, 3.2, and turning the knob adjusts your voltage going to the device. You just line up whatever voltage you want with that arrow right down here, and that's the voltage you're going to be hitting at. Now, it doesn't give you precise between the 3.6 and the 4.5 right there. It's more of like a little bit of a guessing game, unfortunately, but for me, I'm normally just got this thing up as high as I possibly can because I am a high wattage vapor. You'll find me at 6.2 most of the time with the lowest build that I can get on here to work on it. so that I can push out the most wattage, which this device, if you have it set up correctly on this full wattage rate or the full voltage rate here, you'll be able to get a good 300 watts out of it, which is very impressive, especially for just being a 3 battery device. So really cool feature right there. Now the size and the shape of the device is not much different from the Relo style devices on the market made by Wismec. They fit inside the hand very nicely, just like so. It's contoured around that third battery, so you can actually get a good grip on it, and it's not feeling too awkward in the hands. So I like the design of this device. I like the feel of this device. I like the look of this device. Don't have too much more to go over here because they've spared us the screen on here. I don't have to show you going through all the temperature control functions and the wattage control functions. We covered all that basically with just our knob here. So we're going to go back up top now and we're going to vape this thing. Alright everyone, that was the up close and personals with the Ijoy Zenith Maxo Zenith, however you want to pronounce it. I just wanted to take a couple seconds here to go over, a couple things that I like about the device and the one thing that I dislike about the device as well. So, to go over the things that I do like how sleek and stylish it is. I like this stainless with my stainless Centurion on here from Cloud Chasers Inc. I do like how everything kind of lights up that green color right there. Green is my favorite color, so it's a little bit biased thing for me. The button was a little bit to get used to, but I did get used to it pretty quickly. It was so quick, actually, that sometimes when I'm picking up my other devices, I still push on top of my other devices to hit them like I would on this. I like the fact that there's no screen on it. It gives me that feel of an unregulated device, and that's what I'm more partial to myself. Even though it isn't an unregulated device, you still do have your potentiometer regulating it. You still have a printed circuit board in there that has your low voltage protection, it has your low atomizer protection, and it also has the 10-second cutoff. So you're still getting the protections of a regulated device without that regulated look, without that screen with the temperature control. I'm not a big fan of temperature control. I don't use it. I'm more of a wattage guy, so this is more up my alley. Plus, with all those things being left out, it makes it a little bit more of an affordable device to get your hands on. You can find them for about $50 at your local shops. One of the things that I can't say I dislike it, but it's more cause for concern, is that it is the same sled that like the Wismec Relo 200 series had, and anybody that's owned one of those have heard or seen that sled crack they got from being dropped. Now, thankfully, I haven't dropped this one yet, but I haven't seen any of that sled cracking issue, but it might be something that we run into in the future, unfortunately. Right now, this atomizer that I have on here, this Cloud Chasers Inc. Centurion, I have a build that's right on the cusp of that 0.12, 0.13 that I was telling you about. So I actually have to dial my setting back on my voltage just a little bit. Otherwise, I get a low atomizer, reading basically, and it doesn't fire for me. But I have it dialed back to about 5.8, maybe 5.9, 6.0, somewhere in that. The increments aren't marked clearly as you've seen in the up close and personal. I guess that could be a downfall for some people as well. But for me, it's not something that, it doesn't really bother me because potentiometers normally are very similar to how this goes on, how this is set up as well. You don't really have an actual dial in. So that is just about everything that we got here for this Ijoy Maxo Zenith. I want to thank everybody for sticking out the video, and if you like the video, please definitely give us a thumbs up down here, and if you haven't already, definitely go over to our Rugged Vape Review page and give us a like on there. We're going to be start doing our giveaways for some of these devices. You're going to see those pop up on there real soon. They're going to be just like and share type of contest to win mods. The the G320 from Smock will be going up in the next day or two, so definitely want to head over there and check that out and see how you can get in on that giveaway. But that's all we got for you guys. Thank you very much for everything you do. We appreciate it greatly. And everyone, remember to vape ruggedly.